double came really early that time, so TRC didn't even wait for Reed to get the catch. As soon as the pass was coming in, Wilson was on her way for that double.
TBS a good look this time, just short. Tip out's going to go to TRC. Here's Chasson. Woo! Quick crossover there. Good look for Ennis from 3. Just short. Niagara Prep's able to clean that up. Ennis is going to try and pick up full court. She's going to call for the foul there on Kolovecchia, so it's going to go back over to. It's going to remain here with Niagara.
So I'm not sure if this has been TRC's great job defensively or if it's been Niagara getting a little away from the initial plan, but we've been a long time now since we've had TBSO in the ball screen action, and it felt like there's a stretch there in the first half where she would get 6-7 of those in a row and let some good things happen.
Here's he remains in that zone. Niagara swings it around. Wilson almost comes up with the steal. They get it down low to Kolovecchio, but mishandled there. Clark comes up with it for TRC, and it's going to be jump ball going over to the Wolfpack. Coach Picton pleading his team to take care of the ball. Some sloppy decisions here in a row for Niagara.
It feels like they're a little rushed right now, and these are one of those challenging decisions too. You put your main or primary ball carrier getting the first pass. She makes the first decision against the trap, but that means she's not involved in getting it further down the press. So if you move her, can the first person be responsible to make that first pass?
Okay, Michaela Ennis, some long steps and extends to the basket, and she's able to finish.
And if you don't move the point guard out of that position, that means whoever gets it later is going to be the one having to decide who's taking the shot in offense.
That time Tibiasu gets right through the lane, able to finish herself, but it can't hit the shot. Reed with the follow gets blocked by Ennis, and here comes Ennis. Coast to coast, dishes off to Clark. A good look for 3, too strong. We have Ennis calling for a sub. That fatigue here setting in. Something that you mentioned with remaining in that press. Tibiasu's shot's going to be blocked, but it bounces right to Odino. 2 points here for Niagara Prep.
It'll be, we're going to have a great finish here in a big fourth quarter, and there's going to be some coach decisions to be made as well, too. Tibiasu showing some pretty obvious signs of fatigue as well. So you've got some of the key cogs for both teams needing a little bit of a breather, and we'll see how they manage it.
Vukovic right around Reed, able to finish with the finger roll at the rim. Crafty move there for TRC, and here's Niagara. 4 seconds on the game clock. Tibiasu up top. Little side shimmy back the other way, and Ennis does a great job defending, and it's going to be blocked away. So at the end of 3, TRC now with the lead, 70-69 over visiting Niagara Prep.
Yeah, and this might be, not to go too far in this, but it looked like a couple signs, as we just said, of fatigue for TBS, and I feel like that last move kind of summed that up. She kind of stayed with it up top here at the perimeter, going side to side. Didn't really seem to have the energy left in her to really attack somebody and make some of the space. And what she did in the first half is, even when she had the step backs, is she would use that quickness to go things forward, force the defense to jump back. Then when she came to her step back, there's some space created by that. This one was just lateral, and I think the size of Ennis made it way too difficult to get that shot off.
And a big quarter there for TRC, outscoring Niagara Prep 24-12. They're flipping the game. They're now up 1 point here, 10 minutes to go. And they did a much better job handling Tibiasu. Keep it no points that quarter.
Yeah, and as you said, the 20 points kind of flipped the script a bit. TRC has now done that in each of the 3 quarters. They've scored 24, 22, 24. So they've been scoring all game long. The difference that happened was the 12-point quarter. So we talked midway through the third on this, and this is probably what Niagara has to decide right now going to the fourth is, was that a quarter where they hit a bit of a bump and they feel they can regain that same offensive flow and go ahead and shoot it out here for the last 10 minutes? Or do they need a new flow to this game and need to slow things down, take a little more control and set play? And I think the answer we know for TRC, we've been talking for a while now about trying to get a day in the game. What might be becoming a reality now, though, is that maybe she's not going to be a key cog in the rotation this game. She's missed so much time that maybe she'll be used just to spell those that are going to finish the game. And sometimes that happens. You've missed this much time with the foul trouble that the others are in a flow. They've got the rhythm of the game going, and Day will be used just to maybe get the minutes to those players to finish.
Great pass there by Tibiatsu to find Peters right there. It's going to be a foul there on Tassan. It's going to be her second of the game. Peters back to the line for 2. So to start the fourth, we do have Ennis out here for TRC. A short break out as she comes right back to the bench. We do have Tibiatsu in for Niagara, so we'll see how the two coaches manage these high-impact scoring guards in the fourth quarter, as both here look to be fighting some fatigue.
I'm going to assume that Niagara's probably looking for a chance to come back to Picton to play. When she's on the floor, they'll give you a chance to get Tibiatsu the breather of 2 to 3 minutes or whatever it is they're looking to do with her.
Here's Peters for 3. It's going to hit the upright, so it's going to be out of bounds. Back over to TRC. And just like that, we have Ennis checking back in. 33 seconds of break. She good.
Yeah, sometimes using the quarter helps that, though. It's 33 seconds of game time, but probably got like 3 or 4 minutes of real-life time to get a breather in her, and maybe you can do the same somewhere else in this quarter again, build in a timeout or two just to give her a rest and let her play real time or game time straight.
Wilson around the defender, gets to her pull-up at the foul line. Unable to hit that, though. Here comes Niagara. Okay. A little too fancy there with the dribble, though, for Tibiatsu. Going to get called for the carry/double dribble on that one.
On the positive, though, she did create more of that space we talked about at the end of the third quarter. So maybe she got a little bit of a second win there. Maybe the quarter break was enough for her because she did take that one in, take the step back, and had created that separation we had talked about.
Also look to step up the intensity here on defense. Bodying up on Ennis. She did a good job handling the pressure. We're down to 5 on the shot clock for TRC. Tassan gets in the lane. She's going to get fouled there on her attempt. She'll go to the line for 2, and it's going to be Peters picking up the foul. It's going to be her first.
I don't know how she found that seam. Great job by Tassan. She's going down baseline. It seems like 2 defenders are crowding in, but she just slides between the 2 of them. Draws the foul, chance to get to the line.
Woo. Slides. Oh, quick trigger release there for Tassan. She's able to hit both. We have Picton checking back in the game here for Peter, so a smaller lineup for Niagara than we've seen in the past.
And this may be a lineup that allows, if Niagara is so choosing or looking for, a chance to get Tibiatsu a minute or 2 as well.
Picton, a good look from 3 out of the press, and it's too strong. Ennis cleans it up. Ennis gets into the lane, finds Frazier, a quick trigger 3 just off. Dominique Ennis there, right? Following up for the board. Swinging around, Michaela Ennis this time for 3. It's short. Dominique Ennis again on the offensive glass. She's going to be fouled from behind. Bodies are hitting the floor, and I believe that's going to be going to be Maddie Picton picking up that foul, and it's going to be her 5th.
I'll tell you what TRC really liked about that last possession is they actually got Frazier here at the top with probably a good shot, but just being the unselfish, team-oriented that she was, it goes 1 extra pass and gets a great shot for Ennis. So you saw the bench respond to that, really enjoyed it.
Deep 3 there by Tassan, thought she liked it. It's a little bit off. Foreman pushing here. Get to Tibiatsu up top. She's looking to find Odino down low. See if they can get her going here in the 4th. She's going to be fouled on the attempt. She'll go back to the line.
Nice pass. Tibiatsu's way out there. It's probably a lot further than what you typically want your post entry to come from. But what happened is the whole defense had expanded and then probably got a little lax in their coverage. She sensed that, threw it right inside, got a post touch. Draws the foul.
And it will be interesting to see Odino, who was pretty involved in the first half, pretty quiet there in that 12-point third quarter. We'll see if they try and get her more involved here with Day still on the bench and that size mismatch she has down low.
I'll tell you else, too, if Picton, that was her 5th that she picked up, and if that's the scenario, that puts a lot more pressure to keep TBSO on the floor now for the remaining 7:44.
We're going to have a timeout here, 7:43 remaining. It's going to be a tie game, so whole new ball game.
Yeah, I mean, you play all this way. We've seen some pretty remarkable things go on already. TBSO's first half and as an entirety was incredible to watch. Frazier with the 5 3-pointers she's had's been incredible, but all that said and done, things are squared off. So we get 7:43 to go, and this is where it starts to really become interesting because we've got foul scenarios on both teams impacting the rosters they would typically play. We've got a change in offensive flow what's been going on for Niagara and how they're going to respond to that. And we've had the defensive presence that TRC has relied on both to get back in this game and throughout the season that's probably been a little exhausted, and we've seen Ennis showing some fatigue. So can they get back to that, or what are they going to do now in the last 7.5 minutes?
So many pieces. All right, so coming out of the timeout, it's going to be TRC ball. Here's Dominique Ennis setting up the offense for the Wolfpack. Woo! Okay, Vukovic down low, and she's able to make something happen.
Wow, great pass by Ennis. I felt like she got underneath there and was looking this side of the floor, so I think the whole defense started to spread out to the corner, then fires it right back to the middle. So great look away by Ennis in the pass.
Trying to answer back, Niagara Prep looking down low. Kuliveko trying to find Hebert, but it's going to be out of bounds, tipped by Frazier, so it's going to remain Niagara 14 here on the shot clock. Ooh, up top here's Odino cutting to the basket, and she's able to finish for 2.
Well, you called it, Max. Odino getting herself back involved here in the fourth quarter that she's surely missed in the third.
Here's Ennis working on TBS, who gets around her. Odino with the challenge, able to disrupt that shot. TBS now pushing in transition. Gets her hesitation, uses the Odino screen. Lovecchio slows it down on the wing. Tries to do work on Frazier. The reacher, and we're going to get Frazier with the push in the back, and that's going to be her 5th foul.
And fouls continue to be a factor in this game, or look like they're going to play a factor in this game. They've certainly changed what the game plan probably was for both teams coming in. And with the hot hand that Frazier's had, is probably going to have a little bit of effect on the offense that TRC's had in this game as well.
Yeah. Lovecchio unable to hit. So that's 2 people have already fouled out. We have Day sitting currently with 4. No one else in immediate foul trouble. We have 3 on each team with 2 then. So we'll continue to monitor that situation as it evolves. Keep you guys updated, but we're hoping no more foul situation. Here's Wilson up top. TRC's got to get into their offense a bit quicker. We're down to 10 here on the shot clock. Using the Vukovic screen. Left-handed Ariel Wilson just rattles off. Odino cleans up another OD board for Niagara Prep. Tibiasu. Hebert gets around to Son to the lefty, and it goes! And 1 here for Andrea Hebert.
I love that one. They had her, Hebert was squared up outside. It was probably pretty deep off the 3-point line, but what that allowed is when the ball came to her, she got to catch it on a running head start. Makes it real tough on the defense trying to close back out to her, so they're late. They get a hand on her, and she's going straight towards the rim.
And here we have 2 subs. So Dina's going to check out and take a quick rest, and we do have Day checking back in. So we'll monitor Day here, and that was Tassan picking up the foul. She now has 3. So some foul situation here for TRC. We have 6 minutes to go. Lavecchio gets the defensive rebound, puts up the right-handed hook. It's no good. Ennis cleans up the miss. Here's Wilson up top, guarded by Hebert. Good job by Foreman, able to cut off the Ennis opportunity. Tassan gets around Tibiasu, but good job by Hebert, challenging the shot. It's going to be blocked out of bounds from her. 9 on the shot clock. TRC ball on the baseline.
Still plenty of time here. I think what we want to be aware of in the last baseline for TRC is they were unaware of the shot clock situation. So this one's a little less extreme with 9 seconds, but want to make sure they're dialed into what's going on.
Tassan working on Tibiasu, got the pump fake, kicks over to Wilson, up fake on Hebert, gets herself in the lane, and the finger roll from Ariel Wilson goes in.
Nice finish, and she goes back to her right hand. She could use her body to create some space. So she gets into the crowd there, not much room to get a shot off. She uses her body, puts the ball back to her right, creates a little window to get that shot up.
And Colavecchio a little bit too many steps there before she got the ball tipped away, so it's going to be called for a travel. It's going to go over to TRC. And here's Ariel Wilson. See if she goes back to it herself. Working on Hebert, finds Day. The just checked in, and her jumper on the baseline's good.
Wilson does a nice job. There's some patience there coming from the top. Gets into the key. Has a little hesitation, and looks like she's going to go again. It's that second look like she's going to go that gets the defense to collapse.
Woo! Tibiasu comes right with the answer, goes right at Wilson, gets into the lane. It's going to be fouled on her attempt. She'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be Wilson picking up the foul. It's going to be her second.
Now, we've been missing this, and we remember the first half when Shirley got herself going. It was a couple of trips to the foul line at the start to get that rhythm settled. Then she went off with the shots later in the half and got into the ball screen action. So I think that little mixture of in and out early on was a big plus, and then I thought she got herself in a bit of a groove of shooting the 3. So nice to see TBS getting back to the line here now that we're in the crunch time.
TBS able to convert both. The back and forth affair. Niagara takes the lead again, 79-78. Wilson. Good job on Niagara Prep to tie her up. She gets around the defender, though. Gets into the post defender, throws it up, and it's going to be fouled there on Adino. She's going to go to the line for herself.
Yeah, nice presence there by Wilson. She probably got herself in a bad spot. Had lost a bit of the ball. It's going to bounce around. So when she did gain possession, realized everyone was still reaching for it, goes right to the shot. So good state of mind of what's going on around her.
Wilson converts both. Tibiasu, a little hop in her step here, gets around Wilson right to the rim, and 2 more points there at Tibiasu.
And has got that burst, so we were worried at one time she might be fatigued, but she's played herself right through that.
Tassan's pass is tipped away, and here comes Tibiasu in transition. She's going to slow it down, thought about the shot. Pulls out, working on Tassan now. Another crossover right to the rim. Couldn't finish that one. Good help by Wilson on the back end, and Day cleans it up for TRC. Here's Tassan. Wilson cutting down the left lane. Tassan takes it herself, though. Her shot's no good. There's Days, though. Presence on the glass. Finds Michaela Ennis, and her floater's good. A little stoppage so we could tighten up the shoe. And we're going to have a sub as Jessica Reed checks in here for Chloe Peters.
I don't think TRC liked the stoppage. I mean, it had to happen with part of the shoe being loose there, but they had some good things going. Probably wanted to keep that energy momentum continuing.
Energy never really a problem, though, with this TRC bench. Hear them all over. They start their defense chant. Here's Tibiasu working with Reed up top. Gets in the lane again. This time the floater off the bank is a little bit short. Day again, another rebound. Wilson now gets into the lane herself. She's going to pull it right back out, though. Here's Vukovic working on Reed down low. The reverse is going to be blocked from behind. Good job by Reed to challenge that one. She can't find her guard, and she's going to travel before putting it down. So it's going to go back to TRC.
I like this, though, if you're Niagara. You like to see the forwards being able to take a rebound, get themselves out of a little bit of trouble, and start the break going out. This time ends up a little unfortunate for Reed with the travel call, but you'll build on a lot of the positives you can get of having the forward lead your transition.
Here's Day up top. Round Tibiasu challenged though by Reed. Here's Ennis skying for the rebound. And we're going to get Ennis called for an over-the-back foul, reaching over Foreman on the box out. So it's going to go back over to Niagara Prep.
It is a tough one. I mean, what an athletic play to get up there. Might have got a little bit on the back of Foreman, but the athleticism of Ennis to get up into that space and get her hands on it, catch it, then land with it is pretty impressive despite the outcome.
See how Niagara Prep responds. They get Odino, look down low. The triple comes. Day is going to get called for the reach, and they'll got their hands on the offensive player, and Odino back to the line. My mistake, it's going to be Vukovic called for that reach, and so Day is able to stay in here, 3:20 to go.
Yeah, you can see TRC is quickly going to huddle together on this, and most times when you're sending a double or a triple team together on an offensive play like that, the last thing you want to do is foul them. You've got the crowd already there. They're going to force them to pass the ball back out. Keep your hands off that and see if you can play the pass as opposed to the body at the time.
Odino converts both from the line. We're going to get a timeout here for TRC. So going into the timeout, we have Niagara leading 83-82 over the TRC Wolfpack.
And we've had the exciting finish going here, Max. Probably the whole fourth quarter has just been back and forth. Nothing's really stretched out one way or the other to test the resolve of either team. It's been a fist fight, one possession for one possession. So what we've got now this time is Days has injected herself back into the roster. We were unsure of how she would be at such a long sitting, so credit and full marks to her for being able to sit that long and be productive. Now we've got TBS at the other end, who we were worried might be a little fatigued, and she's just continued to play right through it and create stuff off the dribble. So both teams are firing. You get 3 minutes to go, and all the same questions still arise. What are you going to do to show a different look to your opponent, and what do you do to keep your offensive rhythm going?
I know we've talked about it all game, and the foul trouble has played a part here. Both teams with key players now sitting on the bench. We do have TRC in the bonus, so every time Niagara Prep receives a foul, they will be heading to the line, where TRC has only 3 fouls currently on Niagara Prep. So they'll need 2 more fouls to get to the line. Sorry, I said that backwards a little bit. But TRC has committed 5 fouls. Niagara Prep will be shooting on every foul attempt. Niagara Prep only fouled 3 times. So if Niagara Prep is able to get into the lane, that could pay dividends in getting those easy chances that they have been converting of late.
And you want to stay aggressive. One of the challenges sometimes is people get all the way to bonus, they feel great, and they start settling for shots. You set yourselves up, you've earned bonus, you want to keep things going to the basket, get stuff at the rim, trying to draw the foul because it gives you that backup option. Either you get a great shot or they have to foul you and you get to go to the line.
And here's Tasson. Wilson, they try and find Ennis. Foreman challenges that pass. Ennis uses the day screen, able to get around the defenders. The floater too strong, though. Foreman cleans it up for Niagara Prep. She's going to be pressured. It's going to be a quick jump ball call there, and it's going to go right back to TRC. TRC inbounds. Here's Tassan up top. Ennis with the back screen to Day. Day tries to find a cutting Vukovic. Good job by Foreman to break up that pass. It's going to remain here with TRC. They have 18 on the shot clock now.
Yeah, I feel like Day knew it, and probably everybody else did too, just being a little too A little too unselfish there. You get her that touch heading downhill, go ahead and get to the rim as opposed to trying to make the extra pass.
Wilson, a quick trigger three. It's going to go off the glass. No good. Tibiasu cleans up that one for Niagara.
Nice job getting the rebound and getting possession as opposed to trying to make something happen and getting to a bad spot.
It's Picton trying to orchestrate the offense for Niagara Prep. Foreman working on Vukovic, gets to the rim. The righty finger roll, no good though. Reed challenges Ennis, she gets right around her. Here's Ennis in transition, long stepping right to the basket for two.
Well, that's where she's at her best. She gets the rebound, gets herself in transition. As we've said all game long, if you get her in space, she's too good.
Tibiasu tries to throw over the top. It's going to go off of Foreman's hands and out of bounds. Ball back TRC, 2.5 here to go. Picton urging his team to slow it down.
I think he had some frustration somewhere for Tibiasu just because she had done so great with the press, handling the pressure all game long of her keeping it, drawing defenders, then making the pass. So he kind of urged her a question, why are you throwing that one so quickly that far down the floor?
There's Wilson working on Colavecchia. Ennis with the back cut on Foreman. The pass too high, though. It's going to off her hands and out of bounds. It's going to go over to Niagara. Rare miscommunication there between Wilson and Ennis. Little look-off pass there by Colavecchia in the press. Foreman, a good look for three right out of the pressure. It's too strong. Ennis cleans it up. Again, a transition opportunity for her. She's going to step around Tibiasu this time. On the left side, it's no good, and she's going to get the rebound while out of bounds. It's going to go back over to Niagara.
I feel like she should try to sell that a little more. The whistle time made me think that her disengaging the rebound had the referee forced the referee to blow the whistle, but maybe she should try to sell that a bit more. Might have got away with it.
Colavecchia this time tries to pass over the top, and it's too high for Foreman.
Yeah, Picton's going to take time to the top with the pressure. He feels like, and I think he's right, they've had somebody open in the middle, two straight possessions, but they've gone right over top of her head for the long pass, and that pass has sailed away from them. So they're clearly going to this timeout if you're Niagara right now, and what you want to clean up is this press offense. Ensure that this pressure doesn't become a factor in the stretch, or at least counterattack it and get them out of the pressure before this thing gets into too many turnovers in a row offensively for you. I think if you're TRC right now, you've done a nice job of getting Day all the way here the last 2 minutes. Ennis has got herself going in transition. Probably the piece you're missing is make sure you keep Wilson involved for the last 2 minutes of the game as well.
And here's TRC coming out of the break. Wilson, Colavecchia guarding her. Foreman, Ennis up top. Tassan, good job there. Tibiasu driving off the initial drive. They dump it off to Vukovic. Tips over. Here's a good look for Wilson for three. Too strong, though. Niagara Prep cleans up the miss.
Good extra pass and great shot, though. TRC's got to be pleased with the ball movement there.
It's Niagara. Here's Peters working on Vukovic down low. They kick it out. Here's Tibiasu using the screen up top. Gets right in the lane. The lefty finger roll is good.
What a finish. I mean, she took off going straight at the rim as you want them to, and then she reached around the defender with her left hand. Great soft touch to get on the rim and have it fall down.
Tassan able to get around. Tibiasu challenges the layup, though. She's going to get called for the foul. She thought it was clean. Tassan's going to go to the line for two, though.
Tough call. I mean, she may have, and I think athletes always feel like they had all ball, but I think anytime that Tassan is going to be around you and you're reaching across her body, sometimes it's not just where your hand gets. Sometimes you get your hand across her chest or on the leg before affecting her takeoff. So essentially you put yourself at a disadvantage trying to reach across both your body and hers, which TBS did in that scenario.
Love to see the fire, though, late in the game. 1 point lead. Lay it all out there, Sarah TBSU. Hassan's able to hit the second. We got a tie game here, folks. 1 minute 7 remaining. Niagara a little bit more deliberate in breaking the press after the timeout. Swing up top, here's Tibiasu. She's calling for the Odino to come up, set the screen. Uses the screen, swings it. Here's Colavecchio looking for Odino down low. Good job by Day to come over. Foreman with the short jumper, though.
Wow, great job there all around. I mean, TBS does a nice job coming with the ball screen, throwing back behind her, but then the patience, though, another skip pass across the defense. Tough to guard.
Wilson spin around on Colavecchio. The lefty's no good. Niagara picks up the rebound. Here's Odino in transition. A little misstep, and Tassan's able to pick off the pass. Right back the other way, and her pass is too strong, though, for Wilson. It's going to be Niagara prep ball.
Ooh, and I think both teams would love to have that last possession back. I think Odino got caught between two things. She had caught it. She was going to gather herself. Last second, she thought she saw a teammate ahead, and she kind of rushed that pass. Got caught between two things. And same thing with Tassan. She gets out in the wing. She's about to go. She sees somebody and rushes that pass. So a little extra energy and oomph going to both passes and probably get the wrong outcome.
A little too much oomph on both of those plays.
So you got 25 seconds left now. They're going to take the timeout, and under the current rules now, they can either progress the ball. Sorry, who took the timeout?
I believe it was TRC that took the timeout.
Okay, so TRC took the timeout. Probably what they're going to get themselves into now is a chance to set up their pressure, trying to make something happen here with a turnover, if possible, late in this game. If not, they might put themselves in a scenario where they're going to probably going to have to foul.
And Coach Picton just clarifying where he's going to get the ball out of bounds.
They'll want to, and I think it's like we talked about last time about Niagara's now going to ensure they're talking about how they're going to get through press break. They've had, or feel like they've had, an opening in the middle. They probably want to ensure that when the ball gets reversed in the backcourt, that their first look is going middle before they throw the skip pass.
And there we go. It's Mr. Steve Bauer, our resident rule expert, bringing it to us again here in the fourth quarter of this one. Great job, Stephen.
Didn't actually end up explaining the rule.
We heard it coming. We all heard it coming.
We deviated. I've been waiting for it all game, but just had a veer left. So.
Yeah, Coach Picton, come on, call a timeout for us, man. Here's Peters inbound for Niagara. They got to get it in. Good job, TRC, tying it up. Tibiasu able to get free from Wilson, though. They're going to leave her and let her do work. Good job, Tibiasu, working on Wilson. Now your TRC are going to have to make something happen soon. We're down to 11. She gets it to Colavecchio. Good look on the baseline. Foreman, an open three. It's short. Ennis tries to corral the rebound. She's going to get the ball, but her offhand was out of bounds, and the ball's going to go back to Niagara Prep.
Wow, and you appreciate the effort by TRC. They show up just player to player. They don't go into their pressure going for the steal, but they probably end up using a little more time than they desired. Obviously, they weren't going to foul that possession, but the shot extends itself out to about 9 seconds. TRC may not have left them as much time as they would like to get the ball back. Now they're going to be forced in a position where you have to foul almost immediately. You don't really have enough time to play for either the steal or a trap. There's going to be an immediate foul, and they have something. Hopefully they miss at least one and something coming back the other way. If you're Niagara in this scenario now, only 1 second to go, you're going to ensure that your inbound pass is something going towards the way you're attacking. You don't want anything going up here towards half, letting people have a momentum going towards the basket they're shooting at. Throw it that direction, force them to change of direction, and length of the court to get a basket in. 1 second is really tough.
Really tough. It is 2 points. If you're Niagara, it's going to be important to inbound it. They had trouble last possession.
I think with 1 second, one of the last things you can tell your team, if you're still stuck, you can throw it inbounds towards the basket you're shooting at. Force them to hit a 94-foot shot to beat you.
Yep, fair. Just chuck it in there, Foreman.
But don't allow them to take a block out of bounds and throw it forward without the clock running.
Oh, and there we get it. Gets it into Odino. And there we have it, folks. So Niagara Prep is going to come into Brantford and take this one 87-85 over the TRC Wolfpack. No, little
just getting some clarity here.
Yep. So and and there you have it. No pump fake, and it's done. Okay, so 87-85. What an exciting game we had here. Leading scorers for the game, we have Sarah Tibiasu, 29, Niagara Prep. Michaela Ennis, 27 to TRC. Any final thoughts, Steve?
I'd say the first half that Tibiasu had is usually enough to win your game, and it was again tonight. I don't know if the second half was as good for Niagara as it was in the first half, but you put on a performance like that, you put yourself in a great position, and they were able to hold on and finish.
All right. Great, and we'll see you at the next Friday for our 4th game of the week.